welcome back to Guide to Solidworks. Today we're going to be looking at this CSWA practice question. So I'm going to take you through how we model this and what we're going to do, what we're trying to achieve. Now there is a bit of information to go with this. So we, for instance, are set the two missing sizes A and B as 50 and 70, and the material that we're going to use is the AISI 1020, which is a steel. We need to have our system set into our millimeters, grams and seconds, and we want our decimal places set to 2, which we can do that in the mass properties when we check them at the end. What it is asking us to do is just find out what the overall mass of this part is in grams. So we will be doing that at the end. Right, okay, so the way I'm going to go around doing this is first of all using this section here as my front face, and I'm going to create the sketch profile for that and extrude it back. I'll then put in these two rings, these two mini slots inside here, one there, one at the back, the hole through the top, and then this X shape on the back. Okay, let's get going and have a run through. Okay, so we're going to start sketching on this front plane. So I'll click the front plane, go to sketch, and I'm going to sketch on there. Now I'm going to create the profile on here, so I'm going to start off with a centre rectangle. From there, dragging it out. And I'm going to make that my 50 by 70. So 50 across the top. And 70 down the side there, giving me the rectangular shape. Now once I've got that, I'm going to put some features into this. So I want to put the slot going all the cut all the way through. So I'm going to use a corner rectangle tool there and just drag that out. I can dimension that up, so I know that it's 12.5 down from the top. And that's 3.3 thick. So I've got my 12.5 down, my 3.3 thick, and I want my distance across, which in this case is going to be 29. So that gives me that feature there that might cut through. Now what I want is the circle in here. So I'm going to grab my circle tool, I'm just going to drop it in there like so. And I'm going to position this. So it is from this back edge to there, 27 in. And from the base to the centre of my circle is going to be 27 up. So that gives me my position. I just need to know the diameter of this, and the diameter of this is 38. Giving me my position and my size of my circle. I just need to finish this off with two lines going out the side here. The way I'm going to do that is create a centre line from the centre of the circle. We'll take it out to the edge, so across there. And then what I'm going to do, picking up on that centre line, I'm going to offset that line in both directions. Now at this point I need that offset to be half of 19. So if I just do 19 divided by 2, I get my 9.5. Make sure that I've got bidirectional selected, so it's going both directions. Once that's in place, tick, and I get a line going each way. Now that creates the profile that I want. Now I'm going to go straight into extruding this and show you how actually I don't always need full profiles or closed profiles to extrude everything. So if I go to features, extrude. Now it's not going to pick anything up. What I'm going to have to do is work off contours. So if I select this area here in the centre, that's the area that I want to extrude out. Doesn't matter that these lines go through the circle and the circle's not, that they're not closed off or they're not trimmed off, it will still let me extrude. Now from there I'm going to extrude this by the midpoint So it's going to go the same distance forwards as it is back from the front plane. And I'm going to do that 67 millimeters. So it's effectively splitting it halfway from that front plane. Tick there, and I'll get that full profile, like so. Now working from that front plane like that just makes it a little bit easier for when I come to create these sort of ring slots or holes in the middle. So let's move on to have a look at how we go through creating that. So if I go again to the front plane, and I sketch on that front plane, I'm going to create a circle on there. Now at the moment that's not to any specific size or any position, so let's go to right click on my front plane and go normal to that. Now I want this circle lined up with this circle here. So if I hover out to the edge, hover over it, you'll see it highlights the centre of the circle. Find the centre of that circle, like so, and drop it on it. Now I want to dimension that up. It's going to be 40 diameter, so I just put my 40 in there. Okay, so if I try to extrude that, features extrude, now it's going to extrude in the centre here. Now my thickness of this is going to be 1.5, so let's change that thickness to 1.5 straight away. Okay, however it is not in the centre there, it is a bit of a way out. In fact, from the centre it is 21 mil out. So what I'm going to do, rather than start my extrude from the sketch, I'm going to offset from the sketch, and I'm going to offset by 21 mil. That'll start 21 mil out, like so. But that 21 mil takes me to that inside face, so it's coming out 1.5 from there. So we're in exactly where we want to be. Take that. And we get, oh sorry, I've created an extrude boss rather than a cut. Let's run through that again. So this time cutting, same profile, same process should I say. Drop my offset, 21. Reverse the direction of that so it's coming out, and tick there. And now we've got our cut in there. Now once we've got one in, I don't need to repeat the whole process again. I can click on that cut, mirror the cut, and I'm going to mirror it across my front plane, which will put it in exactly the right position on the opposite side. Like so. Now I'm left with two features left, the hole in the top and the cross on the back. So we're going to do the hole in the top first, and then we'll move on to this cross to finish it off. So I'll click on the top surface, I'm going to go to sketch on there, using the circle tool, create a circle, just drop it on there anywhere. I'm going to dimension up the circle first, so I've got the diameter, which is 6.3. And then from the centre of there, I'm going to know my distance down from this top edge is 33.5, and my distance in from the edge of there is 8.3. So just now dimension 6.3, and then our two positioning dimensions 33.5 and 8.3 to get our circle exactly where we want it. Now I'm going to features, and I'm going to cut that through this material. So cut, now it's given me a distance. I want to change my end condition from blind. So my end condition is going to be up to surface, and it needs to go up to the inside of this slot. So I'm just going to click that top face there. You'll see it highlights coming through, and we get our cut through that surface now. Okay, so I said the last part of this is going to be the cross on the back. So click on the back face, sketch. Let's go normal to that back face, so Control and 8 takes me normal to. And I'm just going to put a centre line on from the top corner down to the bottom corner on both sides, giving me that cross profile. Now with them two centre lines, I'm going to offset them. Now I'm going to offset, it's 9.6 full distance across of 4.8 each way. So if I click both of these lines and change that 9.5 to 4.8, that gives me my cross lines. Make sure again I've got bidirectional selected, and it puts one either side of my centre line. Now I've got that in place, I can cut out. So go to features and cut, like so. Now what it's going to pick up on straight away is that because it's not a closed sketch, it wants to use the fin feature. I'm not interested in using the fin feature, so I'm just going to unclick that. It now gets rid of the whole preview. So if I go down to the bottom to select contours, click in that, and I'm going to select these 5 contours in here, and the contours will pick up on the edge of the actual model as part of that contour for the edges, like so. 1.5mm depth back, so it's only a little 1.5mm extruded cut back into the model. Tick at the top, and there we go, left with our cut out of that X at the back. Okay, so the last part to this now is just applying the material and checking for our mask properties. So first thing, let's apply material. So we've got material option here at the side. Right click on there, and I'm going to go to edit material. And in this case, we've got our steels, and we are after the AISI 1020. So this one here. So click on that, apply that to our model, and close there. Now once we've applied that to our model, we can now check for the mask properties of this model. So if we go to our tabs across here, if we haven't got it selected on our tabs, we should be looking for evaluate. If it's not there, right click, add it in on your tabs, click on the tab, and you will have mask properties about a third of the way along. Click on the mask properties option, and it will give us the mask property here. So the mask property that we're getting in grams is 1127.72. Now you can check in the original specification that I was given for this drawing, it did say to make sure that all my details were to 2 decimal places, so 0.01 is to 2 decimal places. I can modify that if I go to options. It gives me my decimal places here, so I can use a custom setting. It's currently set at 2, but I could change it to whatever one I wanted. Millimeters, grams, there are units effectively. So if it was coming out that it wasn't at 2 decimal places, we can just pop in there and change it. But the document settings should always give it at 2 decimal places. Okay, right. So that's it for this tutorial. Hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you're enjoying the content, give us a thumbs up, a big like, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.